It's past the Vazul, baby.
Come on in.
Well, hello, Screamers! Welcome to the Scream Until You Like It podcast. I hope you're still screaming. I hope you're starting to like it. I am Clint, the other victim. I am here again with Mikey Ruins Everything, a.k.a. Evil Mike. We are joined with a special guest today, one Miss Jennifer Nangle. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm just living the dream. How are you?
Oh, I am fantastic.
Fantastic?
That's right.
I like it. I like it.
That's why I'm the other victim. You can, all your fans are victims, right?
All of them. All 10 of them. Yes, yes.
And you know them all by name, I'm sure.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
So hopefully anybody checking this out right now will already know you as Malvolia, the Queen of Screams.
I can be the cream of queens too.
Yeah,
so.
well, you know. I don't know if that's because I can't talk or if that's a Freudian slip. I have no idea what's
Are
going
you
on.
nervous? Are you nervous to be in
Maybe.
my presence?
I'm a little jittery with my coffee, so it's like
Ooh.
in my nice little alien mug. I don't know if you can see
That's
that.
why I put the colored light on so you can't see me blush.
The evolution all the way from egg up to xenomorph. This
Perfection.
is my favorite mug. But anyhow, we wanted to get together today to plug a project of yours that basically just wrapped up, and you're in the process of releasing it. I know that you have already distributed copies to your supporters.
Yeah.
If you could see that is Body Count. I had this one personalized, which is very nice.
There we go.
Yeah, Mike one-upped me again. He got the Blu-ray. He's wearing your shirt. I don't know what's going on here. It makes me feel
the real other victim?
I don't buy DVDs anymore. I try to buy Blu-ray and everything. So
that's right. That's right. And you know what? Honestly, I don't even know why I didn't go with that option. This must have been the first one that I saw. I was like, oh, DVD. I want a DVD. So
there you go. You were too excited. That's
I
was.
was. But this is an exciting project. Body Count is this is your first feature film, right? First feature length?
Technically. Mine,
Okay.
all of mine. I did another anthology where it was kind of mine, but it was somebody else's at the same time. So this is all mine, all of it.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say that qualifies this as your first.
There we go, number one.
And one of the things that I wanted to do, since we're on the front end of this, before we really start talking about it, I kind of wanted to show the trailer.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I amended it. I cut a little bit off the end, but I think it's super cool. And I'm going to play that right now.
No, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I had to leave that on the end. So I apologize if that's not the most current trailer that you had, but
no, it is. It is.
Okay,
no, you were good. Yeah.
Good. Because I tried to make sure that I got the most recent one. And that is a good little we'll just say
segue
teaser.
There you go. Yeah.
For what is in that movie. And I had already watched this once before, but Mike and I decided to do a watch along. We kind of watched it together at the same time. That way we could trade comments back and forth and kind of get our notes together. And I wanted to say that the first thing that popped out at me was the music.
Yeah.
The music in this thing was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Majority of it was done by Chris Hannon. Rocky Gray kind of slid into a segment, and then one of the actually two directors, they both directed segments in there. They did some music on one of the segments as well. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I dug that right away from the opening credits. Like, just the music really matched well with the feel that I think that you were trying to give.
We won an award for music too.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Really?
we did, from the Independent Movie Horror Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you just collecting all the awards right now? Is that
I'm trying to get all of them.
I didn't know how many you had won so far, because I know I've seen a few things posted on your timeline and stuff.
Yeah, definitely been really blessed and really thankful. And it's really nice when really hard work and difficult situations are acknowledged. So I'm very thankful for everything that we've received since threw it out there.
Yeah. And I couldn't help but take notice of the dedications at the end. And I saw one to Mr. James F. Nangle Sr.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you lost him.
That's okay. It's my grandfather. He lived an extraordinary, wonderful, long life. He was 96. So good life, good times. Yeah. Always partying, always having a Budweiser, had a cigar every now and then. It was good. But I wanted to definitely acknowledge, him in it, because he was so supportive of me, like going a lot of my shows when I was younger, through high school and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted it to be out there. Yeah.
That's part of why I brought it up, because I figured he must have been a longtime supporter of yours, and I'm sure that meant a lot to you, and I'm sure it meant a lot to him to actually, be able to do that. And I'm sure he's very proud of you. So, yeah, how about that? Yeah. And then we saw David Biber at the end there.
God, yes, that one hit hard. Yeah. David was extremely supportive of me throughout the whole process. Basically, to sum it all up, fundraising, I didn't even make even close to what I wanted to make this feature. And I was kind of stuck. I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to finish it. I, was searching out there for real cheap places, trying to rewrite certain segments that we could, film in an apartment, or, do something somewhere else, or I don't know, just figure things out. And he reached out to me, and he had this most amazing, crazy amount of acre property in San Diego. And he kept being like, you should come down. Let me give you a tour. And I'm looking at this place. I'm on the website, and I'm like, I can't afford this. Is he out of his mind? And so finally one day I was like, look, David, I can't afford you. I'm like, I really appreciate it that you're so gung ho about this, but I'm going to be honest, it would just be a waste of time for both of us. And he was like, well, no, why don't you come down? We can work things out. And he did. He worked so many things out for me. And, he passed about 3 weeks after we finished shooting. Yeah.
It's a shame.
So never got to see the finished product. And
oh,
yeah, it really makes me sad and stuff. I did send it to his daughter, and she liked it. So
that's cool.
But yeah.
Well, that's good then. I'm glad that you're in touch with his family.
Oh yeah, they were so lovely. Such a lovely, wonderful, supportive family. And if I could, go and live with them, I would.
Yeah, well, after seeing the property, I was like, wow, I'd live there too,
Body count pretty much takes place. The whole movie is a majority at that place. So yeah. Oh,
it is a beautiful place, and that actually leads perfectly into some of the other questions I was going to ask.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, on a timeline, how long do you think from start to finish this took?
Oh God.
It's my memory is going back a little ways on this. I'm like, we've talked about this for a while now.
This was this was a rough project. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This was a rough project for me. I started fundraising back in 2021, February of 2021. And then we shot the first segment that July. And then we were supposed to shoot the following segment in either September or October, but the director got COVID. So that got pushed to, I think, November. And then we shot another segment in December, and then my life just went at it. We were supposed to shoot the third. Where are we at? I don't even know. I think it was the third one. We were supposed to shoot the third one in February. But what happened was that weekend, in fact, that day that we were supposed to shoot, we had this huge monsoon here in.
I remember.
It was crazy. Yeah, crazy town. And then now I'm thinking, was it 20 or 21 or 22? Oh my God. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. We're just gonna go through it. So we had the huge monsoon, and the day before we were supposed to shoot, I had a huge flood in my apartment. And we live on the second floor. So for us to have a huge flood, it was just a disaster. And so I was still gung-ho. I was like, we are going to do it. We are going to shoot the next day. And one of the lead actresses, she was like, are you sure? Like, is it going to be safe for us to even like drive to location? And I'm like, it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's all good. We're good. And then as the day went on, everybody was like, are you sure, Jen? And I was like, all right, fine. We will postpone. And then the next segment I was supposed to do was attacking the wolf, and I got COVID. So I had to wait on that. And then I took Paxlovid for my COVID, and they don't tell you that you have they tell you have reoccurring symptoms, when you take that medication. But I didn't realize it was going to be a full-fledged COVID situation again. So as we were shooting the wraparound, I basically started feeling like I had pneumonia. Like if you really listen to me talking in the wraparound, I start off pretty solid, and then towards the end, I'm just fried. I'm just done. And then we picked up Tear You Apart. We finally got that one rolling, and then we did a bunch of pickup scenes, the werewolf scene from Holly Hatchet in June, and here we are.
Nice.
So it must have been 2022. I started fundraising February of 2022.
Okay.
I was making it dramatic with 2021.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe you because it felt longer than that to me.
I am telling you,
felt longer to you as well. Yeah,
it really did. And then once everything wrapped, I basically edited from July until like mid-October. All I did was edit. One of the segments was edited by that director, but everything else was me. And I don't ever recommend doing that. Ever.
I believe you, but hey, I might hit you up to learn some editing tips at some point.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I know them now.
I do my own as well.
Good for you.
So now you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I know you didn't get the budget that you wanted or probably needed to do all the things that you wanted to do, which is why you had to do rewrites and pick easy locations and get things that didn't cost a lot of money. Roughly how much would you say you made this for?
The production itself, I only had $4,000 to work off of. And then that was me going into my own personal savings. And then when I did what is it called? The finishing funds. When I did the finishing funds, I made a good significant amount of money that I was able to pay myself back. I was able to pay for the post-production and, get into film festivals. So all around it was like $7,500 that I did this on. Yeah.
That's still not a lot of money to make a
movie. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. And I mean, to be honest, if it was a different type of film, I might be able to get away with just doing it that much. And if anybody's listening, I will never do that again. So don't ask me to do that again. But if it was a different kind of format where if I only had $7,500, I think I could do it. But because each segment had a ridiculous amount of cast, had a ridiculous amount of locations. And mind you, I rewrote everything so that we had lesser locations. I mean, it was,
Right.
yeah, it's a miracle that we even finished it the way that we did.
Like looking at it, you know, you can't tell all those hardships. You know what I mean? So, but
Thank you. Thank you.
we did see some recurring scenery in a couple of places, but we're like, we knew that was location choices for being cost effective.
Yeah.
How many locations do you think you had? Rough estimate.
Oh my God. Well, we shot the life out of Charles's apartment, his bedroom, his living room, his kitchen, outside of his apartment. So that's one. We shot at a warehouse for Holly Hatchet. And that was all the indoor vampire stuff. And then everything else was at the ranch, except for Tear You Apart. Tear You Apart was at the director, Alex Wang's house.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was a park in there that was obviously not Alex Wang's house. But, so I don't know. What is that, like five, six,
something like that? Yeah.
But the best part about the ranch was that we could use, I mean, there are definitely things that we had to replay with, but because I didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't have a plan for that. So we were just kind of going with whatever we had. But the best part about the ranch was that some areas didn't look like it was even attached to the ranch, so it looks completely separate and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
that's fortunate.
Yeah.
Overall, how many hats do you think you wore? I mean, I know you were a writer, you were a director, you're an editor. You know, I know you're doing promotions.
I cast, I set design, I did my own makeup, but I did have a makeup artist and special effects makeup artist. What else? I mean, you name it. I did an edit. I edited everything. I'm a full production company right here. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
So your current plans for the movie right now, what would you say they are? And then after that, it'd be like thinking forward in for the future. What do you want your future for this movie to look like?
So I'm currently seeking distribution. So we're kind of in the midst of that. It's also still in the film festival circuit. So it may be playing at different festivals around the nation, maybe the world. I don't remember who I submitted to, but it's all around. And the best part of it being a horror anthology is that I did submit Attacking the Wolf to certain film festivals separately as well too. So I'm just trying to, showcase myself as a female director, creator, writer, producer, editor, all that kind of stuff. And then going forward, I'm trying to hit the convention scene as much as possible to promote the movie, get the movie out there, talk about it, expose new victims to Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. And I'm in the process of starting to move on to another project as well. So
very cool. Yeah. Oh, new project.
Yeah.
Is this anything that you've already posted a thing about, or is this still quiet?
I did promote. I did post what it is entitled and what it might be a little bit about. It's called Duplicitous. It is a feature film. It's more crime murder mystery than it is horror. Gregory Blair wrote the script for me, and fundraising is going to start as soon as possible. So
okay, well,
but with that, I can't begin production until I have at least $10,000 to move forward. If I have to fundraise for 2 years to get this money, I'm going to fundraise for 2 years because.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Sounds to me like the learning experience and the growing pains of making this has taught you that it's a bad idea to, or very stressful, I would say, to try to do it with less than what you know you need now.
Big time, big time. I think also me being sick for a majority of it was just not also ideal, but there's nothing you can do. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I had people give me money and there are people that are supporting me. So I mean, I gotta fight the good fight and get through it so I can get this finished and get it out for these people that believed in me. You know,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that would just kind of sit back and wait until they were healthy. No, not me. I went while I was sick.
I do that a little bit, but I got to be honest. You know, Mike and I got sick like back to back, and we were going like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no new shows or anything like that.
This I think is a little bit different. You guys need a lot of energy. At least I had some people that I could rely on, you know, to be like, hey, can you go tell this person to go do this?
yeah. Well, and we also didn't have any backers that we were like, okay, let's think really hard, get this done. You know.
Yeah, you didn't have that stress.
Yeah.
Because I always feel bad. I'm like, these people believed in me and they gave me money. Like, yeah,
Right.
like there was a project I did a couple of years ago where we had a bunch of backers and we had a good amount of money to make a short film. And, you know, the directors were just kind of sitting on everything. And I kept pressuring them. I'm like, yo, like, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. And it took them like a good 6 months to really like finish it. And to me, it's like, nah, like there are people that are waiting on us. There are people that believed in us, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
No, that'd be a strong motivator for me as well. I mean,
Yeah.
You don't want to disappoint the people that are basically paying the bills for you.
No,
Yeah.
never.
So I want to give Mike a chance to chime in and just get Mike. Can you give an overall impression, things that struck you about this and what you liked about it?
Uh-oh, now I'm nervous.
No, you're not. I like the movie, and I can't say I like anything with Jen because then she says I'm biased.
He is a little biased
because I'm crazy about her. But no, that's one thing about me. I will not. If I think a movie sucks, I will not. And
you just
let me tell you,
straight out there. Okay.
I am not a big indie movie person, but I like this. I did enjoy it. It has nothing to do with you. And you know what? I would love to see if your next project you do get to 10 grand. I would love to see what you could do with the budget that you wanted, because I would have never thought what you made came from that budget. You came out on top.
Thank you. That means so much. I do appreciate that. That really means a lot. Really means a lot.
I want to throw out there that Mike has a keen eye, and he is a longtime music fan. And he made a notice about one of the makeup choices with one of your vampire actors, specifically the one with the chainsaw. Mike, didn't you say that it was very reminiscent of a Kiss makeup?
Eric Carr. From Kiss. Yeah. He's the drummer from Kiss that died. And before, he only had the makeup on a short time because after he joined, they got rid of the makeup. But he had a Fox makeup. And it's
really
exactly. Yeah. I was like, as soon as I saw that girl, I was like, that's Eric Carr from Kiss.
Well, that was all Raina's work. Raina did all the makeups for the Malvolia posse, and that was all of her designs. So I'm curious now. We might have to ask her, find out if she was, rocking out while coming up with this.
I would like to know too, and I don't know if this is a good representation, but let me just screen share real quick and just show you what we're talking about.
How do we do that?
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. I see it.
Now, Mike found me a better picture than that. Maybe it was this one or something like that. But yeah, pretty, but close.
Very
close.
That
is pretty close. Yeah. I don't know.
If she's a Kiss fan, more power to her because it's my favorite band. So.
Or maybe they're like connected some way. Like, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to be a part of body count spiritually. Who knows?
Maybe
that could be. And Mike and I can't watch any movie without cracking some sort of a joke. So we had this running joke in here. We noticed that the same chef's knife was used in almost every segment, and we're like, and I'm like, oh, that looks like it's for the Paula Deen collection. So I didn't know if this was like a personal thing, like you're just like, we need a knife, so from the kitchen, can you...
So that knife I purchased for a season of Malvolia. I don't remember which one. And I went to the dollar store and I got a knife and I dulled the life out of it. And if you have ever had to dull a knife, even from the dollar store, you know how much work it takes. So was I ever going to dull another knife? No. So that's why we use the same one. Now, here's a fun tidbit. Because my life was just so crazy and my life was like in bags and all over my apartment. Like I would just come home from shooting and just like collapse and just like not put anything away. I was horrible. That knife is not in Tear You Apart because I couldn't find it. So the knife that we use in Tear You Apart is actually a real knife.
Oh, I thought I did spot a different one there. It was. How about that?
We also used a prop knife for when people were being stabbed. So we were safe. But
for sure.
Yes,
No,
yes.
Or there was
safety first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or conveniently do like a camera placement to where there's nothing underneath you. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yep.
No, as long as no actors were harmed during the production of your.
Nope. That's number one goal. Nobody died. We're good. Yes, everybody was safe and yes.
All right. So not from the Paula Deen collection.
I'm so sorry to let you down. No, dollar store.
It's all right. It looked good. I mean, I'll say that.
I got good taste, from the dollar store.
We were like, Paula Deen knife again. Paula Deen knife again.
Maybe I should just own it. I'll just be like, yeah, it's from the Paula Deen collection.
You're like, she was a contributor to the film.
Yeah. Thank you, Paula Deen. Rock on.
Yep. Yeah. Southern cooking and mayonnaise for life. All right. So
butter.
Yeah.
A lot of butter.
Yeah. So I did want to talk about the individual segments just a little bit. Not that I want to, spoil anything for anybody. I just the wraparound story was known as Malvolia's Hunt, and of course that was written and directed by you. I do seem to recall from one of our previous conversations that was not your original idea for the wraparound segment.
Good memory. Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford a police precinct like I wanted. So, body count part 2. You never know what's going to happen with that. But we had to make do with what we had. Okay. And I also wanted to make sure that the body count was rising throughout the movie. So that's kind of how I got that idea for the Malvolia Hunt. Yeah.
Well, your vampires looked good. So I know that you did your own makeup, but I don't know if some of the other actors.
All the vampires were done by Julie Happney. She is an amazing special effects makeup artist. When I approached her, she exactly knew how she wanted those vampires to look like. We had like kind of a Lost Boys type feel to them. So yeah.
And not to keep coming back to the guy, but I kept being, drawn to like Charles's character,
of course,
off to the side because he just had some of the best expressions,
Charles, when I was reading that script too, I know I wanted to have kind of like they them type kind of character with Sephora. Originally it was written for a very voluptuous, like very elegant woman, and I was like, no, I want something different. So I asked Charles if he would be comfortable, and he was like, yes, I'm so excited, would love it. And he had a ball putting that character together, and he just had a blast. He just was having his best life during that shoot. So
that's awesome. And so
what did I write you?
What did you write?
During that section, I was like, she just stabbed him in the willy.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Oh, yes, in segment 3, Holly Hatchet. I recall
that's probably my favorite one.
Yeah. A lot
of
people. A lot of people are digging the Holly Hatchet. There is a feature film script of Holly Hatchet, so
Okay.
if I can make more than 10K, we can make that.
Right. That sounds awesome to me. So segment 1 was Attacking the Wolf, which was also written and directed by you.
Yeah.
Segment 2, Vindication, directed by you, written by Ron Pertee. Now, I recall that name. I've seen him on the Tales from the Podcast show. I don't know if he's still doing that or not, but and I know that we had talked about that before. I knew he had written something for it, and now I know what it is.
Yeah.
Holly
that was written for all males, and then when
really?
he saw that I was looking for scripts for body count and they had to be female driven, he rewrote it for females. So yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. Holly Hatchet, of course. Mike and I both really like that. I don't know, just something badass about having a couple of hatchets just swinging around. You know what I mean?
I was told, obviously we did not have a weapons professional on set because I was told I hold those hatchets wrong, but at least I looked cool the way I held them.
They were from the Paula Deen hatchet collection.
There you go, Paula Deen hatchet collection.
Yeah. That's how she hacks the amount of butter she's going to use in a given dish.
Yes.
So directed by you and Mr. Richard Trejo.
Oh yeah, I did. I directed the werewolf scene. Yes.
Okay. And written by Eric Lawson.
Yeah.
Which I'm not familiar with his work, but I guess you must know him pretty well if he's going to be submitting to your collection.
Yeah, he actually wrote this really killer script. It kind of was like an X type feel script. And he approached Rena Chainsaw and her partner at the time with this because it was an actor that had to really kind of like what Mia Goth does in X. It's kind of a dual kind of way that this character is, and they said hands down like to ask me if I wanted to do it, and I still to this day want to do it. It's just that it does require a lot of money. So
yeah.
So he's a great writer and a great writer. Great. And he specifically wrote Holly Hatchet for Body Count. It was Ash versus the world. I don't know, what is that show?
Versus the Evil Dead or
Dead. Ash versus Evil Dead. That's what it is. So you got the inspiration from that.
I got you. Yeah, that's all right. Maybe I got a little bit of that feel out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wasn't going in with that thought in my head, but I could see it.
Many people pick up on different things, so yeah. I'm just glad you enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Let Them Eat Cake, directed by Hunter Johnson, written by your boy, Charles Chudabala.
Yeah. Charles was the only writer that came to me and was like, can the evil die? Or do you have to like live on? I was like, write whatever you want. Let's have some fun. So
that was the one where they were having lots of fun with cupcakes, I believe.
Oh God. Yeah. I was smelling chocolate for weeks after that.
The wig looked good.
The wig looked good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I also wear that wig in Amityville Apartments, which I believe is coming out very soon too. So it gives me a different look, a different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Another.
I commented on that immediately when we
my wig, the blonde.
I was like, "Oh, Jen's a blonde. She looks good as a blonde too."
I was a blonde all through high school, and then I became an adult and couldn't afford it. So here we are.
It is a blonde, but I prefer brunette. So,
there you go.
Stay that way.
Yep. Smart man.
Yeah, the Amityville thing is funny because we just started on our YouTube channel. One of our friends from Canada has decided that he wants to review every single Amityville movie starting at the beginning.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, they put it like 3 or 4 of those out every year. So it's like
it's gonna take an eternity to get through those.
It's like he'll never be done. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So
it really does. And I'm in 3. I'm in Amityville in the Hood, Amityville Apartments and Amityville Karen.
Yes. Well, I know Mike's seen Amityville Karen.
As a matter of fact, I was like, I'll do Amityville Karen because Jen's in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Because I said if I'm gonna, I watched a lot of those movies, and some of them are really, I mean, really bad.
Interesting. They're really interesting. Yes.
Yeah. I have not yet finished Amityville Karen, but I did start it, and I've seen Amityville in the Hood, so I enjoyed that one. That was a lot of fun.
Did you see Amityville Thanksgiving?
I have not seen it. No.
I don't bother. I stopped it. I was like, I couldn't.
Noted. Okay.
It was on another level bad.
You know, there are people that just like to make these out there films, and there is a cult like following for these kind of movies. So I know somebody out there is relishing in these things.
Yeah. I don't know that the movie was supposed to be funny, but I found so many parts of it hilarious.
Amityville Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not even exactly sure why it was called Amityville Thanksgiving, because like I don't think they mentioned Thanksgiving once.
Yeah.
Do they have a turkey?
I didn't see one.
No? Any
I don't think
pilgrims?
they had a turkey. I don't think. Yeah.
They could have called it, Amityville Cabin in the Woods if they wanted to, because that's about what this thing was. But
I guess because every other Amityville name was taken.
Yeah.
I mean, even Amityville in space is taken, so you know.
Yeah.
Let's just call it Thanksgiving.
I can't trash it too bad. They made a movie and I haven't, so there is that.
True that. It is not easy, so good for them.
Yeah. And of course, the fifth segment and final one is Tear You Apart. And forgive me if I messed up the names, but directed by Alex T. Huang.
Yep.
And written by Christine Twyman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that one was pretty cool. I have to say that probably had some pretty compelling special effects.
Tear You Apart?
Yes, I think so. Unless I'm getting it confused with another segment.
Vindication was the one that we just obliterated everybody.
Okay.
Tear You Apart was the one at the end where I'm yelling at her and I have a knife in my hand. So we're not ruining it for others.
Okay. No, you're right. I must be thinking about Vindication.
Yeah.
Because, something
Vindication,
with
the
tree and maybe
that's Vindication. Yeah. Vindication, all the special effects were done by Robert Bravo. Okay. And he did incredible with the amount of money I gave him. So he rocked it out. Yeah.
I'll say that it was pretty gross.
Yeah.
So he did that on a shoestring. He's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Well, so as it stands right now, since you don't have distribution yet, and you're currently looking, is there still a way for people to get a hold of this movie?
You can purchase a Blu-ray or a DVD directly through me. You can email me at queenscreamproductions@gmail.com. Unfortunately, I don't have storefront up because I thought it would be picked up already, which it's not. So, or you could come see me at a con and you could purchase it there.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. So are you scheduling several con appearances?
I would love to, if anybody would love to have me. But as of right now,
East Coast.
I'm trying to go.
A lot more cons.
I'm trying to go to the East Coast.
I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to get you to the East Coast. I know I try that on a daily basis, but there are a lot more. Clint, back me up here. There's a lot of cons than there are in California.
There are, and it would be cool if some of them were like closer together in their timing, because then you could like plan kind of like a circuit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm trying to go to Gross Fest. It's just the vendor table for Gross Fest is like amazing, chef's kiss price. But just me getting over there and hotel and stuff is kind of just a financial difficulty right now. But the goal for East Coast is Gross Fest, which is in Pittsburgh. As of right now, depending on when this airs, I am part of the Sideshow of Horrors, which is in Santa Ana, Orange County on February 10th. I will be there. And any other future dates, you can follow me on social media because we're still trying to work those out. We're still trying to figure those out. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about it. Hopefully you do make it over here to the East Coast, because if you do, there's nothing that'll stop Mike and I from making our way over there. You know,
Hey.
if you're going to be in Pittsburgh, I mean, that's only a few hours away.
I know, it's close to you. Yeah.
Yeah, a little closer to me than it is to Mike, you know, but I know it's just a few hours, just a few miles. So I mean, we can.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, we can make that happen easy. You know, well, I will say it doesn't matter which way you go there. It's like like Pennsylvania feels like one of the longest states in the union when you do that.
It
It's
really
like,
does.
yeah, 30 is a terrible way to travel. The Turnpike's a terrible way to travel. It just takes forever.
I went to college in Niagara Falls, New York, and then I stayed around Buffalo after I graduated. And so, like, I was big into concerts, and so I went to a concert one random night after work. Like, how badass is that? I worked all day, got in the car, drove to Pittsburgh for a concert, and then drove back and still went to work the next day. Yeah, Pennsylvania is like, even being so close to Buffalo too, it was only like a 2-hour drive, but it felt like the longest drive ever.
Yeah, it's deceivingly big.
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't look like it on a map, but it feels.
You don't know what
like
you're gonna
forever.
get.
Yeah,
You're in there.
like we're in some sort of time warp or something. You know? It's like a movie where like the state is haunted and it doesn't want you to leave because you can't get out of it.
You're like driving in circles and you're like, I just want to leave.
Yeah. One big Children of the Corn scenario. Like,
our last drive to Pittsburgh was adventurous.
Mm.
We were like, when the fuck are we gonna get there? Oh my god.
Was it snowing too, or was it at least?
No, thank God it wasn't.
Yeah. No, it was warm weather. It was just this past summer. We went to a drive-in over there. The Riverside Drive-In is actually kind of nice.
Ooh.
And they had like a whole weekend of like all these like old horror movies that they were playing. You know, we got like classic stuff like Humanoids from the Deep.
Oh,
you know
cool. I mean? Yeah.
We got the one Bear Attack movie, which I can't remember what it was called right now.
Grizzly.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw some really bad like old William Shatner movie called Impulse.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Well, if you watch it, it basically just looks like a one big ad for like a clothing store or something, because every scene he was in, he was wearing something different. Some like
another polyester suit. Like
he's got
God.
Oh, hysterical.
Yeah. One of our friends said it's like, man, I had so many couches that looked like those. You know? So,
or knew somebody who did have a couch like that. Yeah.
Right. So
wow.
yeah, it's a good time when it comes to movie. It feels like Pittsburgh kind of does it a little different than everybody else. You know, like going the other way, we've got what the hell's the name of that drive-in? Mahoning. Where you know, all these like famous people show up to that. You know, like Joe Bob goes there. Felissa will show up to do like one of her movies. You know, they'll get. I went there one time. They had Catherine Mary Stewart and Kelly Maroney there, and they were playing, you know, a couple of their movies. You know, like Chopping Mall and you know, Last Starfighter, all that stuff. So you can go. Like they get all these celebrities there, and it's like it's not as nice as like Riverside and Pittsburgh. I mean, this place has got like porta toilets because their indoor plumbing sucks. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
I clearly see where their money is going.
Yeah,
and where
we actually
going.
We camped there. We camped at Mahoney's, and it like torrential downpoured one night, and both of our tents were leaking. We were like, it was horrible.
You didn't do the RV. You went straight for the tents.
No, I was like, it was horrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, but hey, if you ever get to go to an event like that, I highly recommend it. Just don't sleep in a tent. That's all.
Noted. I probably wouldn't do it anyway. Bugs and dirt. No.
Yep. So I do want to make sure that everybody knows how to find updates on what you're doing, and how to follow you on social media, because we're gonna put this out, but I also want to be able to share links and so forth and make sure people are following along so they can find you on all the socials, like Facebook,
all the socials. It's
Instagram.
at Queen Malvolia. That's Facebook, Instagram, X. I don't know. I haven't been on X since X turned X, but it's all at Queen Malvolia. Jennifer Nangle on Facebook and YouTube, and Jennifer_Nangle on Instagram and X. And if you want to check out Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, it's youtube.com/@Queen Malvolia.
Yeah, that's where I grabbed the trailer from.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
And if you haven't watched the Malvolia YouTube series, you should. It's very entertaining.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah. If you want any recommendations, reach out to us. We'll tell you which ones.
They know. They know what's good.
That's right. That's right.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
And without spoiling anything, your first segment in Body Count, I was happy there was a guy named Mike.
Yeah.
Until he turned out to be a dick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know where I got the inspiration from, right? I'm kidding.
And it was funny because he even joked when the guy said Mike wants to see you in his trailer. I even texted him. I was like, "You're damn right, Mike wants to see you." And then I found out like Mike was like, what he turned out to be. I was like, Mike's a dick. I was like, God damn, he's giving Mike's a bad name.
I mean, Mike Rossman. Doesn't that just sound like a dick name? Like, I don't know. It just came to me one day. I don't know how I got that.
Damn it. Now to even things out, the next movie you need to put a real doucheneck in there and name him Clint.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got to even this out. All right. Touche. All right.
You can make that guy as big of a jerk as you want to. I'm good with it.
You can play him with the Paul D knife and everything.
I gotta get that knife.
That's right. Paula Deen knife has to stay in it.
Now it's gonna be like, where's the Paula Deen knife in all of my projects? I'm gonna have to like throw it in there somewhere.
It'll be like all the cars, the car in all the Sam Raimi productions.
Yeah,
somewhere it shows up.
There's also a hidden tidbit in Holly Hatchet. I kind of connected it to Malvolia. The gnome from one of the Malvolia Thanksgivings is in the garage of Holly Hatchet. So
really,
I tried to connect little things here and there. I don't know if I did it very successfully, but
I'm sure you did. I might have to go back and look.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very cool. Well, Jen, thank you so much for coming here and talking to us about this. And I'll promote it as best I can. We're going to put this thing out as soon as we can, and I wish you the best of success, and I hope that you get distribution that's really awesome really soon. So on behalf of myself and on behalf of Mike, I say, remember,
Smile, you son of a...